Um, what the heck was that? All right, what's going on out there, YouTube fam? This is Sammy Leggett representing Team JVS. I just got done looking at the boys. Oh man, season 2, episode 5. Episode 5 actually might be like one of my favorites, in all honesty, because I think coming off of episode 4, I was kind of like, yo, what you're doing? Where's he going? And he had this conversation with Hughie in the beginning of this episode. I was kind of like, he would sound like he's about to go on a suicide rant. I don't know what he's going to do, but it doesn't seem very logical where his mind is at. And Hughie caught on to that. And to be quite honest with you, you got a lot of interesting dissections of what makes up Butcher. You know what I'm saying? Like where he kind of comes from, what drives him, what is his weakness really, truly, and also what is the thing that keeps him alive. And for a long time, of course, that was his wife, but then you come to find out some backstory of Butcher, which I thought was one of the richest things about this episode. And honestly, having Black Noir going up against them, I was kind of like, honestly, when Butcher went up face to face with Black Noir, I was like, you know what? Butcher is a freaking savage. Like he's an OG, bro. Like he could care less. Like, and even like when his aunt was telling the story about what happened to his brother, I was kind of just like, oh, he crazy. Like he's legit. Like honestly, for real, if Butcher has powers, bro, low key, I don't know. He would be the ultimate. It'd be like a super Punisher, essentially. Like, honestly, for real, if I had to really look at it, like, Butcher is like a Punisher character on so many different levels. And I love what they did with him and with Hughie in this episode. Like, Hughie actually, had Butcher's back, like, no matter what. Like, I mean, honestly, the whole entire group did. Ooh, and freaking Frenchie and Kimiko. That was deep. Kimiko did some dark stuff, bro. First off, even in a horror movie, I don't think I've ever seen somebody rip somebody's face off. Like not like that, not that vividly. I was kind of like, that's some dark stuff, bro. Low-key, that's some really dark stuff. Then, like he kind of was like, already messed up and distraught and going to his girl before, but it's kind of like he needed to know what was going on with her. And she came very close to doing something very deadly. And of course, he stopped her the first time. But then it's like, he's like, you know what? You don't want to listen to me? Fine. And it's very interesting dissection. Then Starlight in this episode, she was trying to do what she could to try to stop the situation that's going on with Stormfront. The thing is, nobody really knows what Stormfront is really capable of. Nobody. And matter of fact, low key, when what happened in the third act happened is weird and sick as it was. That showed me one specific thing about how really dangerous she actually is. And that's the thing that is very fascinating about all this. What else? Ooh, A-Train. They gave A-Train depth. They actually gave him something to be and to do, and I love what they did with his character in this one. I really did. Like, I really love the way that they kind of like unpacked his character on a lot of different levels. The Deep is still being used as kind of like a scapegoat kind of thing. I think the first beginning episodes, like I really loved his like fleshed outness and then his connection with the Arrow dude. But now he's just like for comedy, which I mean, normally before Aquaman came out, like that was what Aquaman was. But Jason Momoa, made that his own. But as far as the episode is concerned, like, yo, I loved this episode. This is actually one of my favorite Boys episodes for so many different reasons. Other than, yes, this is dark. Yes, this is really dark. Even that conversation that Stormfront had with A-Train, I was like, bruh. And And then Homelander, yo, how many of you guys felt when Homelander went, right? And he was during the press conference, he just kind of like intervened, and that moment happened. How many of you guys actually thought he actually did it? I was kind of like in my head, I was like, oh my gosh, did he really just do that? You know, so either way, I'm excited to see where this is gonna go. This is a great episode. I'll talk to you guys later on. Keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell button. Definitely check out our full reaction on Patreon soon. Peace, guys.